Usually what happens is that if you call and say, I want to get something out of someone's house, the officer will tell you, well, that's a civil issue. You got to go to court and get a court order.
But that's not what happened. One deputy report says, quote, I advised Ms. Percival several times that it would be considered a battery if she touched LeDuc in any way to stop him from entering the home or collecting his property. A second deputy later arrives. After another brief conversation with Percival, LeDuc goes to his truck and gets a drill.
As he do this, with the pretense to drill my door, that's when I opened the door. They all came in.
The video ends there, but Percival says things turned ugly inside.
I legitimately do not even know what to say, man. I don't even think y'all gonna believe this story. Florida on the map again. It is an older story, but while I was working on another story, this just popped up in my suggested videos, and I said, let me click on this. I didn't know what we were in for, and I really don't think you guys do either. I'm Trailhand Bill reporting live from South Florida, down here where this bull's happened at, man. What we do over here is watch the video, and when the video is done, we talk about it. Well, you know, I talk about it until I'm done talking. So if you only want to see the video, you're welcome to leave when that is over, because we're going to do what the hell we do over here. I'm not happy we're in Florida today, guys, but I'm literally in Florida, and I can tell you, despite what's going on in this story, it's very beautiful out here, praise God. See what's going on, though.
I-team investigation of a woman now suing local law enforcement, accusing them of violating her civil rights. Good evening, everyone. Welcome here to ABC Action News at 6. I'm Paul LeGrone, in for Jameson.
And I'm Wendy Ryan. Thank you for joining us. This happened back in 2020 when a Town and Country senior citizen says that Hillsborough County deputies illegally entered her home, used excessive force, and then arrested her. Here's I-team investigator Adam Wolser.
This security camera footage shows David LeDuc walking up to Diana Percival's front door on June 2nd, 2020. There's no audio, so we don't know exactly what was said. The man with gray hair and a beard is Dave LeDuc, Diana Percival's ex-boyfriend, arriving to retrieve tools, documents, and other belongings.
We were together for approximately 2.5 years as girlfriend, boyfriend.
You never lived together?
No.
LeDuc brought a deputy along. This video shows Percival briefly allows them inside. The deputy wrote in his report she claimed LeDuc did not live at this location. His license, shown in this court document, confirms that. But Percival says the deputy never asked to see LeDuc's license or other proof of residency. Percival ordered them out and shut the door.
I keep asking him, do you have a warrant? Do you have a warrant? Have Dave show you his driver's license. Dave does not live here. Please, please, you guys leave.
He never lived at the home. He never had a key for the home.
Attorney Jeremy McClymont represents Percival.
Usually what happens is that if you call and say, I want to get something out of someone's house, the officer will tell you, well, that's a civil issue. You got to go to court and get a court order.
But that's not what happened. One deputy report says, quote, I advised Ms. Percival several times that it would be considered a battery if she touched LeDuc in any way to stop him from entering the home or collecting his property. A second deputy later arrives. After another brief conversation with Percival, LeDuc goes to his truck and gets a drill.
As he do this, with the pretense to drill my door, that's when I opened the door. They all came in.
The video ends there, but Percival says things turned ugly inside.
So I'm standing there, and as I look around and I saw my phone, I grab it and call 911.
Hello, 911.
Can you please send the officers to my house? You have 2 officers here at my house, and they are having this man come into my house, and they lied and said that he has an address, and he doesn't have an address to my house.
Okay, just a moment. You're calling the wrong number. I guess what I'm trying to tell you is you can't shop for deputies. Okay?
I am not.
If you have, ma'am, listen to me. If you have concerns, I can give you a number to call to complain about their conduct.
LeDuc left with his belongings. The deputy said in this report, quote, Percival with 2 balled fists approached me in an aggressive manner as if she was going to strike me. Percival says the other deputy knocked her down.
And then he just come, boom, and I went down, and I'm down there screaming. I was on my face like this.
Percival was arrested, charged with resisting an officer, misuse of 911, and battery.
Dave is already out there. All they had to do is leave.
Percival, who had never been arrested in 65 years, was examined by paramedics, then taken to jail.
My job let me off without even questioning it. They let me off for 3 months without pay.
Because you were arrested?
Yeah.
The criminal case against Percival was later dismissed. Percival is now suing, alleging deputies entered her home without probable cause, detained her, and used unnecessary force in violation of her civil rights. We contacted LeDuc, but he didn't respond. He declined to prosecute and signed a sworn statement saying, "I do not adopt law enforcement's characterization of that event." The Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office says it can't comment because it is an ongoing case. In a motion to dismiss, the Sheriff's Office's attorney argued a warrantless entry was valid because deputies had a reasonable belief that LeDuc lived at the address and that LeDuc consented to their entry. The motion also says, based on the facts, the amount of force used by the deputies was reasonable.
If anyone is supposed to be safe anywhere, it's supposed to be in their own home.
Percival hopes the incident will help deputies learn an important lesson.
They should be trained to help. They should be trained to de-escalate, not to escalate.
I'm I-Team investigator Adam Walser with photojournalist Randy Wright, taking action for you.
This case is still pending in federal court. Percival is seeking unspecified damages as a result of fear, indignity, humiliation, pain and suffering, emotional distress, and injury to her character and her reputation.
I'm gonna be honest, man. I don't even know what to say, family. The first thing I was thinking is exactly what that 911 caller told this lady. You literally, we heard the 911 call. I'm not victim blaming here. I don't even like these new age terms. I promise you, I can't stand that stuff. But y'all know me, man. I'm me, and I'm very objective. Talk about what's in front of us. So the video is over too. If that's all you wanted to see, man, you're free to leave. The 911 operator told you called officers asking for officers. Now, don't get it twisted. I understand what she was doing. I've seen videos of people do that. Hell, I've seen videos, I think, of an officer calling. Now, don't quote me on that one, but definitely seen other people calling like 911 when they're having problems with officers. I myself am a fan of that. I have encouraged people to do that. But I'm going to be honest with you guys. I may have to rethink that because when I watched her call and we heard the call and it said, hey, I got officers here and I need officers. Like literally she said I'm just thinking like, what in the hell are these people going to do? So before I just butcher my thoughts on that, I'm going to tell you, I have advised if you're in a situation like that, just call. It's more of a documentation thing when I'm saying it. And I think that's it. So I can butcher my thoughts and I'll come back to them in another video too. But I'm calling it saying, hey man, get as much documentation of this as you can. I think she was actually calling asking for help, and that's what kind of threw me off. The fact that there are Americans who really think you can still call the police for help, especially to help with the police, which brings me to another thought I'm having. I do think in a lot of cases, man, where it may be this or that pushing them, and I think it's always gangbanging terrorist desires that's pushing them. I think in a lot of cases they do pick on vulnerable people, man. God has protected me so very much. I have all kind of encounters with police officers going back to when I wasn't even recording. And it's never gotten physical or violent. I've come to the point in my life where I say I'm gonna stay away from them because I'm getting more agitated with seeing things like this, and it's just gonna escalate. And it's like, all right, the best thing for me to do is stay away from them unless I feel compelled. I seen something this morning, I was about to police them, but when I spent the block and was done doing what I was doing, they had left. So unless it's just a situation like that, I'm gonna stay away from them. But it's because of stuff like this, man. And before I forget this too, let me make another point. I was thinking when she said, I'm about to go get my phone, I was thinking she was about to record the incident. Now, let's rewind, but you called the police to help, and that's just a mindset. We got to get that out. We got to get that. The police are never going to help you, man. I promise you, they're never going to help you. Even in the times when they help you, they're not going to help you. And that's a conversation for another video because I'm well aware that I can literally pull up videos of police doing nothing but helping people. It's a snake charm. That's what it is, man. It's a what they call it, a sleight of hand or something like that. That's how we let our guard down, and then we end up in situations where they terrorize us, and we're calling them for help, and we actually get to see who they are when that help mask comes off. Because I guarantee you, those same police who will help you, they will back their partners up like they did in this incident right here. And when I say partners, I'm always reminding us, it's not just those American law enforcement cowards. It is everybody in that association. I've long since said 911 operators especially. Listen, man, I'm about to get hot around this motherfucker because it's like, why do we got to keep telling people 1 + 1 = 2? Let me get back to this damn video. I was very confused in the beginning because I had read the headline and I'm like, hell, lady, why did you, and when I say taking, did I say this? If I didn't, I meant to. I think at times they pick on vulnerable people. That's why I was going when I said, well, God protects me. I also have a certain air about me. And now I'm not going to front. If I say it plainly, if it was someone else I was describing, I would say, hey, man, I'm not saying you should be scared of them, but just know when you approach that dude, you're going to get what the hell you're looking for. So just make sure you want it. I think that's part of God's protection with me, but then police see people like this, and then she sounds like she's not fully American or whatever. I don't know. I could be wrong there, but oh yeah, we can definitely take advantage here. And then the white dude, you definitely see him American, you know, her boyfriend and whatnot. And I don't know if y'all got some kind of wild domestic thing. I don't know what the hell y'all got going on. But back to the video, I was confused because you let them in. You got like non-American family members, loved ones, friends here. Remind them they need to know their rights. I don't know if she knew she didn't need to let them in her house. And I understand what she said when she said the dude went and got a screwdriver. Family, what the hell do you think is going to happen when I see your ass? I don't give a damn if it's because of this, if it's because of that, if it's because you got an army of Marines, Navy SEAL, and whoever else can line up behind them with you. What the hell do you think is going to happen, or at least be going through my mind when I see you going in my mama's house like that, fam? Or my sister's house like that, fam? What the hell you think gonna happen when I see you at my mama's door with a damn screwdriver and 2 or 3 terrorists behind you trying to act like you about to break in my mama's house, and then she just open the door and let you in because she don't know no better. I ain't victim blaming. She don't know no better. Ignorance is not always an insulting thing. Sometimes we just need to be educated and made aware. I'll ask this question again. Do you have family members and loved ones who may have migrated here, moved here, whatever word I'm supposed to say? Tell them they need to know their rights. Do you know yours? Do you teach your kids your rights? Are you a husband who knows? Do you tell your wife? Are you a wife who knows? Do you tell your husband? Because she should have never opened that door. Make them be violent. Now, we got that case in Ohio where they did. That dude that opened his door, he told him for damn near 3 days, leave me alone. I want y'all off my property. They still broke in, kicked his beep, and charged him with 5 felonies. Much the same thing they did to this young lady, except she opened the door. The original time I was confused because I'm like, why the hell did you open the door? But 9 times out of 10, I know the answer to that question. And then they went in and left. So are y'all as confused as me? Why the hell y'all didn't get y'all stuff the first time y'all was in there? But then they say she told them to leave and they left. So what happened? Like the coward who arrived on the scene pumped y'all nuts up or something? Oh, we finna go in this house. She don't tell us what to do in her house. I mean, man, these videos be so frustrating for me. I don't even be wanting to talk about the obvious that everybody's gonna see when we watch videos like this. And y'all beat that lady up and arrested her in her house. You literally told that lady that if she stops him from coming in her house, you're gonna charge her with the crime, sir. I don't want to talk about the obvious stuff. I want to talk about how the hell long do you think Americans are gonna keep going for this, family? And the reason I started thinking was some kind of lover's quarrel, because on the back end, the dude said, boy, I don't want nothing to do with these cops saying about my lady. Y'all probably got back together and everything. Keep it real. So, family, you played the Karen in that situation. You called the cops to go to her house and get your stuff. Listen, I get it. You in a domestic violence situation, but you feel like, oh, I'm about to call the cops because I got to go over here and get my things, and this is the right thing to do. I don't necessarily think so, man. I don't necessarily think so. What the hell you was gonna do if they would have son your master, your loved one? Because you clearly, I mean, you told us after all this shit happened, you don't know nothing about the cops talking about. That ain't the lady I know. They on some BS. So you clearly have some type of still, affection for this lady. You know what I mean? Some type of adoration for her. Some type of emotion, connection. And this, what if they would have son your master to her because you wanted to get a few whatever the hell you think she had. And it's very possible she was holding it from you, but I mean, that's your L, family. You left it in her property. That doesn't give you a right to go on her property. You got to figure that out some kind of way. And I promise you, the number one way that should never be on the damn list is calling no gang banging ass gunslingers. When we gonna learn that lesson too? The obvious is there. They went in this damn lady house without a warrant. The department backed it up. The government has made laws, and the entire government has made laws, instituted policies that allow them to get away with just coming up and out with shit. That's why I say just make them be all the way violent. This shit gonna be on. We gonna televise this. Did that lady like that in Florida, man? It's 3 of y'all cowards. Y'all grown men. Y'all gonna do an elderly lady like that, family? How the hell you look at yourself in the mirror? I don't give a damn if you did change your story in the end, fam. You played the female. You really went and got the grown me. Man, ain't no way in hell no grown-ass man would have been like, fam, come on, man. And maybe we're going to get this guy some grace, because I meant to say that in the last video, man. I'm never over-condemning people. I just think people need to always be responsible for and accountable for their actions. So hopefully this was a horrible situation that didn't end as horribly as it could have, young man, and your ass learned from this. But the rest of us, we can learn from other people's mistakes. Stop calling the police, number one, and stop just being stupid because you're in your feelings. This really pissed me off, man. And I'm knowing none of those, you can't even walk up in their personal space like they always walking up in ours without them getting extra violent. They literally broke into this damn lady's house. I don't give a damn if she let them in. She don't know no better. Y'all, the man came to the door with a screwdriver. If she would have been on the other side of that damn door with a shotgun, then what? Then what? We got it. They burying cops right now. It's 9/11 right now. Rest in peace to the victims. I don't know. I'm going to leave it on the American victims. That's how I feel about it right now. But it's a lot of cops done died in the last couple of weeks. I ain't been able to cover the videos. I've been extra busy doing something else. But a lot of cops done died, family. Y'all telling lies about all of them being heroes right now. They broke in that damn lady house. What if she would have been on the other side of it with a shotgun? What if her son would have been on the other side of it with a shotgun? Y'all would have acted like he was wrong. I would have waited, damn, I ain't opening no door. Please use that damn screwdriver, and I never want to hurt a fly in my life, much less take a life. But I promise you, try to break in my damn house, or especially my elderly father or mother's house. Hey man, I'm Trailhand Bill, and all I made this video to say is the shit they be doing ain't good for officer safety, man. I hope that lady get what she deserves, and I am so motherfucking mad that I know these cops will never be held responsible for their crimes. Hey, big dog, you called gangbangers on your loved one, family. I ain't gonna overjudge you. I damn sure hope you learned something significant from that. Thank you if you made it this far. If you liked the video, feel free to hit that thumbs up button. I greatly appreciate it. If you care to go a little further than that, maybe even subscribe, hit the notification bell. Check out a few of the other videos on the channel. Either way, y'all be safe.